The purpose of my research on Seahorse Key is to understand the unique relationship between birds and snakes on the island and to better understand the ecology and physiology of these island snakes. Through my research, I found that the birds have shifted their nesting from Seahorse Key to Snake Key, which is a nearby island. And the snake population on that island is doing much better now, where we see a better body condition, and we're tracking currently abundance as well, where again we're walking a set distance and counting the number of snakes that we see to get an idea if they're increasing in numbers. But our prediction would be that we're going to see an increase in abundance as well as body condition, the health of the snake population on Snake Key, now that the birds have shifted there and are providing these resources to those snakes. The hopeful impact of my study is to improve our understanding of the natural world. When you study unique situations that we see on this island, it helps inform us on how the natural communities are governed, and you understand the normal processes and patterns that exist in a better way. And hopefully it'll lead to better understanding of snakes and conservation of species, which I'm a proponent of. Considering I study animals in the wild, it's best to advocate for their conservation. What I'm measuring on a typical day to understand how the snakes are being impacted by the birds leaving is two main measures, which is abundance and body condition. So abundance is just simply the number of snakes that we see, and we do a simple measure that's been repeated through time where we walk along the beaches at night and we count the number of snakes that we see. And comparing the number of snakes we saw before the birds left and after the birds left, we can get an understanding. Are the snakes in fact declining, which we are seeing? And then the other measure, which is body condition, we get to see the health of an individual snake. So it's just a measure of body mass, so how much they weigh by the length of a snake. And again, it's a number that we can compare before and after the birds left through time, where we can say the snakes are getting skinnier, probably because they have less food, because the birds have left the island. So when I'm out on the beach at night, generally because the snakes are nocturnal, we catch snakes out on the beach and then we drive them back to the University of Florida, the laboratory here. And that's when we are able to measure them and weigh them. And we also implant them with a tag. It's a pit tag. It's similar to the chip you put in a dog or cat to uniquely identify them, so we know, the health of an individual snake over time, and we can keep track of them. Because they live on this island where there's no fresh water, we also look at dehydration. So we weigh them and we offer them fresh water and we see how much they drink to also get an understanding of drinking and how they're able to maintain hydration on this island without fresh water. So we bring them back, we house them in the lab for a couple weeks, measure them, mark them, and then we send them back to the same spot where we captured them on the island.